Toscana is less a romance and more a man dealing with resentment of his father and a woman struggling to define herself. If you want something a little out of the box with the guise of a romance in a culinary setting, then it may be okay to burn some time, but there is no real defining romance here. It is more of some sultry glances and surprises that don't rise to the level of suspense or twist. The backstories of the two leads, Sophia and Theo, don't exactly unfold. They occur in a way possibly intended for dramatic effect, but they are not immersed in a backstory where you go along for the ride and root for the female or male protagonist. They kind of appear throughout the story unannounced. Theo has every right to be stressed in the situation, but nonetheless, he comes across as grumpy and rude, basically a normal day at the office for Gordon Ramsay or a bad day for Bobby Flay. To be considered a romance, I would have had things play out differently. Instead of surprise, the wedding is Sophia's. It would be a wedding of a side character like the pleasant young man that works with Sophia. Theo already has motivation to sell the place his father left him when he died, and showing how great the property can be for a hotel at the wedding to get a sale of the property does not change Theo's role in catering the wedding and gives opportunity for Sophia and Theo to clash on how best the wedding should be done while romance ensues. Theo has stakes in the sale and Sophia has stakes in a great wedding for a close friend of hers. Dilemmas should have been Theo tempering his anger and strict cooking practices, molding into a more likable demeanor, where Sophia's struggle with him empowers her more as an individual, as she wins some minor culinary victories over Theo, but Theo is still able to show a mastery in his art to impress her while becoming the lovable boy she used to know. As she confirms her self-worth as he tempers his demeanor in the throes of a turbulent wedding that ultimately turns out successful, they come to a mutual respect for one another. When the prospective buyer professes he is impressed and ready to buy, Theo states while standing next to Sophia, "I am sorry, I can no longer sell because I have found someone here that is very important to me, and this place means a lot to her." Theo reaches for Sophia's hand, and there's a shot of two held hands resembling their childhood photo. Do you like my napkin rewrite, or you prefer Toscana the way it is? Send me some love in the comments or rip me a new one. Either is appreciated. Grazie.